What's going on, everybody? Spencer back for another video, and today's video I'm going to talk about my personal predictions for the Mr. O 2020. So I'm going to start with the men's open, guys, the actual Mr. Olympias. So for 10th place, because I'm only doing the top 10 right now, 10th place I'm putting Antoine Bayant. So the reason I'm putting Antoine in 10th place is because he has been improving a lot. He won the Cali Pro, came in like 10th, 12th in the New York Pro. So he hasn't been too consistent, but he just got back into competing recently, and he has been getting better and better since the Cali Pro in his physique updates. But I don't think he's there just yet this year to beat these guys. Also, this year is just stacked enough that he's gonna have to just be insane to beat these guys. But 10th place, 10th in the world right now of 2020, that's crazy. For 9th place, this guy could either be 9th, 10th, 8th, 7th, 15th, anything. And that's gonna be Akeem Williams. Now I'm putting Akeem in 9th because of consistency. Consistently, he's been really good, but he hasn't been amazing. His last show that he did, the Chicago Pro, he was amazing. But that's one out of how many times that he came in amazing. So he might come in 7th or 6th because he's going to be so good. But he also that might just been a fluke. So based on consistency, I'm going to put him in at 9th. But he is also a massive man, so he could also scoot up a few places just because his mass could put him those places. But I really think that his thick skin, if he doesn't get the conditioning proper and just gets that down, he's going to be in 9th, maybe 10th if Antoine comes in more shredded and bigger. So between 7th and 8th, these two I was so stuck on for so long who to put where. And that's going to be Hunter Labrada and Ian Bayer. So we already know Hunter beat Ian back in the Tampa Pro, but Ian was also flat, horrible tan, was not in the best condition. He just had so many issues. But Ian came back and won the New York Pro, which is one of the hardest shows to beat, and he beat a lot of big, beefy, muscular, vascular, shredded dudes. Most of the guys in this Olympia show, like Antoine, he beat these guys. So Ian is in a good spot right now, but he needs to be somewhat better to beat Hunter. Now the problem is you can't base off the Tampa Pro show because Hunter's gotten way better since that show. He looks insane now. But so has Ian. Ian's gotten even better since the New York Pro. The dude's so much darker naturally now. He's been tanning so much. So between those two, it's really hard to decide. But I would have to go with Ian in 8th and Hunter in 7th. Because I think Hunter's just going to be a little bit more nuttier. So I do think those guys, like Ian and Hunter, are going to be fighting for like the top 3 in the next 4 or 5 years. But right now, I think Hunter might beat him out this year. Ian is going to be so close in that 8th spot, in my opinion. So we have 10, 9, 8, and 7 done. So that's one section. That was a hard section already. The next 6 is going to be insane. So I struggled really hard who to put in 6th place. And I really didn't want to put this person in 6th place. I hoped this one would win, but I knew he wasn't going to. And that's going to be Dexter Jackson. Dexter's just, he's the man. I was joking with my friends earlier. They call him the Blade, but they should really add something to his name. They should call him the Immortal Blade. The dude is 51 years old. This is going to be his last bodybuilding competition ever. He's been competing for 25 years or something like that? Insane amount of time. He's won more pro bodybuilding shows than any bodybuilder ever. So he's already way ahead in that. He's quote unquote the most winningest bodybuilder ever. But he's just going against some big dogs. And some people might claim that he could beat out Big Ramy. But I think Big Ramy's coming in a little bit better than he usually does. I think he might get it down this time. Hopefully. But we'll talk about Big Ramy in a second. So I'm going to put Dexter at number 6. The person that I thought could be number 6 instead of Dexter, and Dexter could have beat this person, was Rolly Winkler. I was put Rolly at 6th place up until I saw his post the other day. Rolly downsized a little bit, which isn't a big deal for Rolly. He's probably the second biggest, most muscular guys in the open division besides Big Ramy. So Rolly downsized a little bit and is even more shredded. So if that lighting and all that magicry that he has, if that goes on to, if it translates to like stage presence, and he's actually that shredded, he's gonna beat Dexter. He could honestly be like 3rd or 4th, but I'm gonna put a safe bet he's probably gonna be 5th. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if 5 and 6 get switched, but I do think he's probably gonna be 5th. Now here's the next two. You kind of notice that this Olympia for the men's open division, it's like 2 and 2s. Like these two guys can be switched spots. These two guys can be switched spots. So the next two guys that could be switched either way is Heidi Chupin and Big Ramy. So the big debate is which Middle Eastern bodybuilder would win, Heidi Chupin or Big Ramy. And personally, I think Heidi Chupin is going to be our 4th place guy. I think he's going to get knocked down one spot because Big Ramy's back in town. Oh, shit. So, quick disclaimer, something I just realized. I totally forgot about William Bonac. So, everything I said before is now screwed up. I would put... Man, William Bonac, you really screwed me up right now. I totally forgot about you because you haven't been posting anything. I would put William in 3rd place, which means that I'm going to put Big Ramy in 4th, and I'm going to put Heidi in 5th. Everyone behind Heidi is going to be 1 place up, which is insane to me because that means I'm saying that Dexter is going to be 7th. Jeez. That shows you how crazy this Olympia is. Dexter Jackson, I'm saying is going to be 7th. Which means that Antoine, I don't think Antoine's going to be in the top 10. I think he's either going to be 10 or 11, and him and Akeem are going to be fighting for that 10 or 11 spot. But yeah, everyone's going to be 1 spot up from what I was saying before. So I can't believe I messed that up. I can't believe I forgot William Bonac. Now let's recap. I have Bonac in 3rd, Ramy in 4th, Heidi in 5th, Rolly in 6th, Dexter in 7th, 8th is Hunter, 9th is Ian, and 10th will be Akeem. So, now here's the big one. Who is going to win the Olympia? We have Brandon Curry and Phil Heath. Now there's 2 factors that could get either one to win. If Phil comes in with his normal conditioning and fixes his gut, Phil will win. If Brandon comes in with better conditioning and better leg development, Brandon will win. So now let's think about their physiques that they've posted recently. We'll start with Phil. Phil hasn't posted anything. There's 1 5-second clip of him wearing a hoodie and doing bicep curls. Hasn't shown his stomach, hasn't shown anything. But all he's shown with that hoodie little video is that he's going to be in shape, which we already know he always will be. But Brandon's shown his physique. Now Brandon is doing something sneaky. I don't think his physique is actually current. I think it's an old video because there's no way that physique is even going to be in top 10 because he's not lean enough, he's not shredded enough. But I think he's hiding it. And I think his legs are going to be great. I think everything is going to be great. And if you go shot by shot, even if Phil's gut is like not 100% fixed but mostly fixed, Brandon could win shot for shot. So that's what's going to put me to put Phil in 2nd place. And I think Brandon Curry is going to be your returning and continuous 2nd time Mr. Olympia. And he will be Mr. Olympia 2020. That's probably wishful thinking on my part, but I just don't see Phil fixing his gut. He's too much of an arrogant guy. I don't think he fixed it properly enough. And it being 2 years since his last competition, it's too long. It's so long to wait that it gets really hard to get into that good shape. He's probably struggled with his diet, in my opinion. So I think Brandon's going to be our Mr. Olympia for the open class. I was going to do the top 5 for the other 2 categories I care about, which is men's physique and 212, but I'm only going to do the top 3. So we'll do classic physique. Did I say classic physique or men's physique? I don't care about men's physique. I'm talking about classic physique. So classic physique top 3. Number 3 is going to be Alex, I hope I pronounced his last name right, Alex Cabaneros. He won the Arnold Classic. He just beat out Terrence Ruffin. And I think he's slightly better physique-wise and everything than Terrence. But Terrence has that amazing posing. So Terrence could be second. It could be third. But I think Alex is going to solidify that 3rd place. I think it's going to be Breon. I think Breon's going to come in second. And I think Chris is going to come in 1st place again. I think same thing with Classic. Chris is going to be the returning champion. He's going to win again. Chris is just going to clear the board because Chris is 100%, no injuries or nothing. He's 100%, and we don't know what he truly looks like. We know what Breon looks like. He's shredded, but I don't know. Breon at his best is like 1 point off from Chris. Chris at 80% was 1 point off with Breon's 100. So if Chris is going to be 100%, Breon's 100%, Chris is killing him. Chris is going to win. So that's my reason why Chris is going to win the Classic Olympia. Now, the final one, 212. I think, and this is really, really hard to say this, I don't think George Peterson's going to be in the top 3. I think he's a little too tall, and he just came into the class, so I think George is going to be in 4th, but I think he's going to get beat out by Sean Clarita. Sean Clarita, the giant killer, dude's awesome, got a great physique. I think he's going to be in 3rd. I think Derek Lunsford's going to be in 2nd, and I think Kamal's going to be in 1st again. Kamal is 48 or something years old, and dude is a beast. I don't think he's going to be able to be the 212 champion for much longer, but I do think he's going to win. So, there you go. 212 is Kamal, Chris is going to be Classic, and Brandon is going to be Men's Open. So, comment below what you guys think. The Olympia is like 5 days from the day I'm recording this video, so probably 4 days from when I actually get this video up. But we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, let me know what you thought of my predictions. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for saying that Regan Grimes is not even going to be in the top 10. I don't even think he's going to be in the top like 14, 15. I think he's going to be last place. But that's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on.